Okay. Casey, you're making a lot of noise on that end. Thank you. All right, so we're on session, what, 7, 8, somewhere in that area? I haven't had a chance to look it up today. Maybe. So last we left off, you guys had knocked out a bunch of different missions around the town here. I believe that you finished the administration building and you were going to head back to rest for the night, as not to do everything in one evening. Is that correct?
Yes.
I thought we were already back there.
Yeah. So are you back there? Did you guys head back that way?
Yeah, we had it. We were back there because we were talking to the lady.
Right.
And then she showed us the lady in the wheelchair. Then we went to the administration building, and then we brought the tablet back, if I remember correctly.
Right. You did find the tablet in the administration building, and you were back into Britta's junk shop, and you're wanting to rest and see about taking on the other stuff that was left behind.
Yes.
Which I'm going to drop in the chat right there. You had the Hog Bar Liberation, the Cemetery Showdown, and the Assault on the Garrison left. Okay.
Right. Were we going to try to do those like more towards nighttime, like we were talking about, or just go ahead and get them over as soon as we can?
I think so. I think I'd do it nighttime-ish. We could probably do the Cemetery Showdown now, if we wanted to. Or I don't know. We might need sleep. I don't know how everybody is on all their spells and stuff for the day. But we could probably do the Cemetery now, and then Ogbar and the Assault after a good rest, like the next evening.
Yeah, so if you want to go knock that out real quick and then rest, and then rest and then take out the rest.
Down for that?
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Resting sounds good.
Resting sounds good. So, does that mean that Aurora needs to sleep?
Devin, you want to rest before we go fight?
Let me.
Because really, like, if anybody is in that situation, period, then we should probably rest. Like, it's one of those, like, we all want to go fight, or we should rest, you know?
Yeah, it needs to be a consensus. I'm good either way.
Casey, how many resolve points you have left? Resolve points.
Oh, we should be
I
good.
I have 4.
Okay.
You only have 1 resolve point left?
Well, I'm starting with 2.
Oh, no. Devin, I'm sorry. I have 3. I was looking at max. I'm sorry. I have 3.
Okay, just checking. Hey, and while we're on the subject, you guys are thinking about this real quick. I needed to mention about the bottle caps because we talked about it earlier this week. And you guys are going to have a maximum of 3 bottle caps, which you will earn from actions and role play. Okay? And I'm trying to foster you guys using them more. So keep that in mind as we go along. I will freely award them, but you can't run around with more than 3.
So really, we have a potential of getting 1 per session as long as we stay, under 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it behooves you to spend at least 1. Burn 1. And it won't be 1 per session. I'm going to try to start awarding these on the spot. Like if we finish a part and the role play was good, I'll hit you with the bottle caps right there on the spot.
All right, cool. I've got 2 right now.
Go ahead and bump everybody up to 3 because you guys have been doing all right and I didn't do anything for last week. I had to think about it for a little while.
All right. You can do that. They're all under equipment in your character sheet. You could just click on the gear and then change number to 3.
And we had discussed bottle caps as a +8 to a roll, and you take a -4 to each shot if you shoot twice. So we decided that we would just nix the -4 to each shot with the bottle cap, because that adds to a +8. And I will add on that you can disadvantage me with a -8 for the bottle cap roll.
Sweet.
And that's how we'll play them.
And it has to state before we do our roll, right?
Yeah, you have to state before you do the roll. Also, me, Jeremy, and I were talking about something else, and that's whenever you guys are rolling up to something that requires like a computer check or an engineering check, there's 5 of you. Odds are 1 of you is going to pass that engineering check. So what we're going to do from now on is someone's going to say, I'm the one who's rolling this, and anyone else can aid, and it'll just be the 1 check.
So that way, we roll up. I've got a +4 in computers, and I think Zanza's got like a +11 or something like that.
He's got
So-
something crazy, but he is
Mhm.
not here tonight.
Right, of course. But I'm just using him as an example because he's got like one of the highest single checks that I know of. But yeah, like so that way we don't roll up and like each of us roll a computer's check and potentially. Oh, actually, I got a better example. Last week, he and Kelly both rolled an engineering check on the pump, and individually, like they would have failed. But if and that's why I threw my roll in to aid Kelly because the aid of a +2 bumped her up to a passing check. And if Zanza had initially rolled instead of doing the check himself, rolled to aid, they would have passed the check together as the two engineers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now that's just for potential things like engineering and computers checks. Obviously, perception is an individual talent, things like that. So we'll keep that in mind moving forward. All right. So what do you guys want to do now? You've met Corsica, the lady in the wheelchair. She told you the story. Well, what do? You want to wait till nightfall? You could do that. It's up to you guys.
Anybody opposed to going and taking on the cemetery tonight?
No, that's fine.
How is everybody with spells? Like, I don't have to worry about that. I'm straightforward. I can handle anything. I'm good with HP. I'm good with stamina. But how are y'all with spells?
I'm actually good at the moment.
Kelly, are you down on anything for the day?
Haven't technically have we on some stuff?
Is it the same day that we left the ship? Have we had 4 combats today?
4 combats. Let's see.
3
Yeah, it is
combats.
the same day because you guys have not rested in
Hey.
junk shop yet.
Okay, yeah. Then Kelly is low on her skills. On her spells.
That was my next question. So since we've gotten off the ship, we have not had a rest, right?
No.
Right.
And as far as
Okay.
you guys know, you haven't really run into any troops out here other than the ones out in the woods. So nobody's like after you in particular, it would seem.
Actually, all of Kelly's spells are cantrips. So as long as we're at full health, we can probably still do this. She's got
Let's do it.
Okay. It is getting into the afternoon or the evening if you want to go that route.
I think evening sounds good. More people. Early evening if that's what time of day. More people out in the street so they can see us taking on these assholes in the cemetery.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right. So you guys want to do the cemetery, just to be clear.
Yep.
Roll out like a bad, squad of boss bitches.
Remember, you're not campaigning for mayor. Knock it off.
Okay. Let me figure out what I'm going to do here. All right. Okay, so you guys all get together. You come out of a British junk shop, as one does. It is earlier in the evening. The sun appears to be setting. It's getting darker. Of course, the fog still persists all around you, giving you visibility of 40 to 60 feet at any given time. Casey, I gotta mute you, man. Kids get loud. Anyway, you guys come out, and the fog is about 40 to 60 feet worth of visibility. And as you're coming around, you're walking past that storeroom, which is located here, right?
Mhm.
And you hear a bit of commotion in the storeroom.
Do we need to roll perception to discern it?
If you would like to.
I would definitely like to see what it is. I have such a terrible perception check.
More commotion in the storeroom? I have a 24 for that.
Okay.
Nice.
What you see with the storage room is there's a you can hear talking, which sounds like a foreign language to you. Aslanti in particular. And moments later, you guys kind of hide behind, I say, the back of the storage room, and you look through the window that was back there, and you can see that there's 3 guards there, and they exit through the front of the storeroom. They're talking in Aslanti, and that body is still on the floor. So it appears as if someone is on the headset calling in, like, we found a body here, and you don't know what they're saying, but then these guys head out of the storage room. They head north around this path, and they appear to be going back on the patrol back towards the graveyard.
Okay. Follow them?
You want to follow them?
I mean, is that, unless anybody disagrees, like, does that seem like a good idea?
Is there a way that we can like follow them at a distance to where?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. No, I want to be like right on their heels. Like, what you doing? Where you going? Hey.
No, I mean, like when they look behind us, we're like looking at trees or birds or magazines that are just randomly there.
So you guys are behind the building over here, right?
Yeah.
And these guys have come out the front, and they're going to travel up to the north, and they're going to pass by you right here. They're going towards the graveyard. You can see, peering around the corner, that they're moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to just stand right here and watch them walk by?
No, I kind of. Oh, hey.
Can we walk ahead of them? Like if they we can tell the projection of the path. Can we walk a little bit ahead of them?
Can we roll a survival check to just determine if we have, like, if it's too far to send somebody around the other way to meet it? Like,
yeah, roll a survival check.
Like, will it result in too much of a difference in, time of us meeting?
Roll it. Let's see. Okay. With an 18, I can tell you this. They're like at a meandering pace. They're not hurried. So you might be able to run around and get ahead of them. Now, when you walked past the graveyard earlier, you saw the graves and such, and it could be a good place to engage as opposed to an outside road. You might have a spot where you can get into the graves and have cover.
Yeah. Like, could we make
Right.
sure we try to stay like 55, 60 feet ahead of them so we're not really seen?
Or you could run the other. Jeremy was saying run the other way around. Now,
I
you can already see them.
Right, but
technically,
however we engage them, I don't think we need to engage them with guns.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, but that's up to y'all. But I say we just walk in front of them. We have a projection past where they're going, so if we just walk in front of them, kind of at a slower space, we won't look suspicious, maybe. But it's up to y'all.
But with your assumption would be that these were the same guards that were bullying people earlier. So you run the risk of stepping in front of them and them calling you out.
I would think, since the robot is on charge, that maybe we split into 2 teams, one that follows them up behind and one that corners them right around here at the front of the graveyard.
I'm going to show
Okay.
you if you scroll down.
Battle map.
I'm going to hit a reveal areas. I don't know if you can see those guys. I don't know if they're on your scrap.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are.
Okay, ignore that
So-
because I need to position where they're going to be coming in from the west side of the map. So I'm just going to move them there for now. But this is the graveyard that you guys saw before.
So yeah, I'm hoping to have them like 2 of us on this side and 2 of us on this side with the guards in the middle.
That's fine. I'll be one of the ones on this side.
Diara and Aurora, would y'all be more comfortable together, or do you want to split up?
Go
It
together.
almost might be better if we split up because then one of us has more sure fighter.
Oh,
Oh, you're scared. Hey, baby.
come on.
Phone started.
Snuck up all of Marietta.
I just popped in here.
Give me 1 minute, man.
Yeah, I guess, what do you think?
Let's just split up and do the 2 parties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
so I mean,
who's-
if we split up, I'm gonna want Gary to come with me, just because I'm in charge of protecting you. So
Okay. I'm too drunk to think of a good argument as to why not to do that. Look. Yeah, sure. Okay with that. Is she okay?
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. She's got it. All right. So yeah, I guess
I'm good down the line.
Diara and Aurora and Gary and Fang then? Is that how
cool
it
with
would
me.
work?
Yep, cool with me.
Oh God, you're huge.
I know.
Okay, I'm just prepping these sheets up, and I will be right with you.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I'll delete the one that I dropped on the screen. I was just sitting here.
Okay. No, I didn't see you add one, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of a way that we could, we could go the other way and just have more, time with the characters interacting with each other, But yeah, I'm drinking, so.
Okay, so you guys are dividing up with the girls and the guys.
Sure.
And as you said, our robot is unplugged. All right. So
I think the bolts fell out of his knee joints.
he's back there fixing. Yeah, Bretta's working on it. So all those loose screws he had. All right, so Fang and Giri, they make haste and run around to the right-hand side to catch these guys off on the opposite side of the path. And Aurora and Diara slip in behind them, staying just ever so behind the fog, about 40 to 50 feet back.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. These guys are in a tight huddle, and they're walking through here. I would say they're probably about here before you guys manage to catch up with them right about here. Diara and Aurora, seeing that they've neared the graveyard, sped up their pace a bit, staying quiet, and I would probably say you caught up on the edge of the map. So this is where everybody lands.
All right.
Now, there's no surprise around here because you guys are standing directly in the path, and you guys are following directly behind them.
Meta, we forgot to discuss our plan once we get here.
Would you like to take a moment?
Our characters would not have forgotten this. So yeah, what are we are we gonna open fire with our long range from here? Are we gonna try and
So my issue with opening with long range is the sound. Like, I know we haven't seen any other guards, but we also are ambushing tomorrow, so we don't want like a lockdown.
True.
Don't we need to see kind of what they're going to do first? Because if we could just jump them because they're guards, but if they're not, it's kind of an empty gesture if the goal is to be seen helping their aid.
Yeah.
Don't we need to see what they're doing first?
True. And I do have a fairly high
Yes.
intimidate. I might just be able to scare them into not,
Can you walk on the ground like a giant spider? That will scare everybody.
Yes.
I know you only have 6 arms, but you do have 2 legs, and you could make that happen.
That's a good point. But yeah, I have a +8 to intimidate, so I might be able to just intimidate them into. Yeah, and of course you guys can always roll to 8 intimidate too, and if everybody's successful, that's an additional +6.
Well, and if it comes down to the language barrier, I do have that shared language ability.
Let's see, yeah. I don't know.
Why don't we just act like we're going to the graveyard? We're visiting our fallen foes. We're comrades.
Yeah. Maybe from here we should just chill out for a minute and wait until maybe some townsfolk pass by, or maybe try and prompt them into doing their bullying stuff ourselves. Just see how they generally act.
What I'm thinking is they're just flexing muscle.
Mhm.
So like if they see us, they might just automatically start on us.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am awful small. I am easy. Seem like I would be easy to bully.
Yeah, you would.
So what are we doing?
We are going to just keep meandering towards them and see what they do.
Yep.
Okay. Gonna make me role play these guys. Okay, so they're right here. And you guys are gonna walk towards them. They've kind of stopped right here. And as you guys approach, this blue guy will step forward.
Yeah, you're getting close to the gate.
And he says something in Aslanti. At you, he looks aggressive. He's holding a gun.
And
You
me?
look at Geary, yeah.
I hold up my hands and say, we mean no ill will. We just need to get by to the cemetery.
And he grabs your hands and he grabs your hand with his hand and like forces you towards the gate, like as if to put your hands on the gate, like up against the fence.
So as soon as he does that, I will go and attempt to grab him.
Okay.
Can he roll a CMB against me?
Sure.
Because
We'll see if he actually
He tries
succeeds
to
at-
grab me, I'm going to resist.
Yeah. What's the CMB? Let me find this here. He does not seem to have any kind of a plus to his CMB, so I'll just roll it. See what we get. That's a 12.
On attack against me.
It's a 12 to grab you. What's your CMD?
22.
Okay, so he attempts to grab you.
Yeah, and I just
you have too many hands.
Squirm out of the way.
Yeah. You move, and then Fang does something aggressive.
Yep, I'm making an aggressive movement towards him.
Roll for initiative.
All right. Kind of how I thought it would go, but
That's how it's gonna go. He's like, prepare.
nice. I got a 16.
All right.
Nice, I got a 15.
Here with a 16. We got Fang with a 15.
Yes.
I look over at Aurora with like a wide-eyed expression, like I don't understand this guy.
What's Aurora got?
I didn't even roll it yet. I was just like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, he attacked the guy I'm supposed to be protecting. I have no choice here.
That. I'm just saying. Oh, 8. Shit.
Come on.
Diara?
I'm too far back. I don't know what's going on.
He's getting there. 18. Nice.
Nice
She
roll.
knows what's up.
All right, let me read you a little bit of flavor text here before we move forward.
Well, yeah, what are we looking at? What is the flavor text for the cemetery?
This is the colony cemetery. It's not very large. It consists of only a few headstones and a heavy wrought iron fence in a clearing hacked out of a forest. A stone plinth near the center of the area is carved with a list of names, and a gravel trail near the cemetery is covered with fallen leaves. That's what you're walking on. And a thick mist surrounds the graves. It's not detrimental in any way. It's just thickly covered in mist. The fence appears to be closed, but not really. It's not something you're going to have to like take a turn to open. You can shove your arm into it and shove this gate open if you want to.
Okay.
So that takes us right into the combat. You moved aggressively against these troops. The other two have now positioned themselves to attack. They whip their guns up and they're ready to go, and they're screaming, meh, 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 meh. And right now, they're only focused on the two of you. They didn't even notice the girls coming up behind. And that will lead us right into Diara first.
I'm gonna pull down my moat and tune to photon. Yes.
And that leaves you with a move action, or a standard action, or a move action.
Can I just not do something?
Yeah, I mean, you can pass the rest of your turn, yeah, but you can take it's the move action to pull down your moat, but then you can use your next action to move in closer and draw your weapon at the same time.
Okay, I'll do that.
If that's what you choose to do.
I'm gonna kind of move along closer to the wall so I can like stay a little out of sight, maybe. Like over here. Maybe not that far.
You can move up to 30 feet. So.
How do I move a character? I'm trying to click it and it doesn't do anything.
Does not work here.
5, Tell me when to stop.
One more there.
Here?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why it like keeps not letting you guys move stuff. There you go. Should be good now.
All right.
Okay, so you pull down your boat and move there.
Yes, and pull out my weapon. Yeah.
All right, they still have not noticed you, and we move on to the next one in combat. Where's the tracker? Geary.
Yes, it's me.
It's you. This guy you slapped his hand away. What do you do?
Geary, I gotta actually pull up my thing here. I am going to. Sorry. No, it's an attack. I am going to clever feint, which I think is a move action. So 10 plus the enemy's sense motive bonus. If a natural 20 for a 28 doesn't beat it, I can still roll a d6. As a standard action, I can fake out any opponent within 60 feet. It's this guy that tried to attack me. Make a bluff check against that said DC, and he becomes flat-footed to everybody.
Okay, what was the DC?
10 plus his sense motive skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 times his CR.
Okay, whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your rolls a 28?
I rolled a 28. I can still roll a
why
d6
even bother,
if it's higher.
Why even bother reading that? 28's way higher than anything you're going to get out of these guys.
Sorry. All right. So yeah, 31 in total.
Makes him
he is flat-footed against everybody, and I am going to take a step backwards.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Take a step backwards. That was Geary. Fang, what are we doing?
So as he was grabbing him, Fang looks at him. Keep your hands off, and I'm going to use a bottle cap and a full round action.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
So I'm doing a full round action, so that's a -4, right?
You said using a bottle cap?
Yeah.
So
I just need to add the 4 back to this, right?
Yeah, if you're attacking twice, yeah, just add.
Yes. So that is a
24.
That's a 20, 24.
24 and a 9.
And a 9. Yes.
Okay, the 24 definitely hits KAC with you, right? So how much damage is that? 6? Dude,
that is 6 points of damage.
All right.
So I swing twice with my claws.
Yeah. So the first one, you get a good chunk out of him. The second one, he sidesteps because that first one hurt. You got his attention.
Oh, does 9 hit his flat-footed AC? It's -4.
It's -4 for flat-footed? That was -2.
It's -4.
Yeah, it does actually.
And I hit him for 5. So
all right,
11 total.
Okay. Yeah, he does not look good. You just fucked that dude up pretty good.
Nice.
So yeah, he's a little bit injured. Can you see his health over his head?
No, I can't.
That must just be me. I'm not tracking that there, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
So then I growl.
You growl. Okay. Yeah.
That also might be my health you see, Devin. I don't know.
No, it's my guys. They all have a health. I didn't know if you guys could see them, but that's okay.
Okay.
So that's it.
That's it.
All right. And the red guy, it's his turn. And he says, "Bah, bah, 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 bah," and he points his gun at you, who just like messed up his friend there and takes a shot. Back to attacking Casey constantly over here. This is ranged Imperial rifle for a 19 EAC.
EAC, yeah, you hit.
So okay, so he hits, and that is a 2 points to hit, 2 stamina.
Okay.
And then he is going to push his shoulder into this gate, run back here, and tuck behind this grave. And then we move on to the next one in turn, which is Green, his buddy. And he also sees you do this, and his buddy does not look well, so he's going to take a shot at you. That's a hit. That's a 17 plus whatever his bonus was, so that's a hit. And then that's going to be 3 points. And he's going to follow suit. And he's going to run behind this grave. And that puts us on to, Cadet Blue, who's flat-footed.
Yeah.
These guys are all in a row.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was confused with something else. It is -2. No, -4. That's my bad.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have hit then.
No,
okay.
Just throw some hit points back on him.
Yeah, I'll throw
I'm
him back
sorry. It was a different one that's -4 penalty to. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. So this guy's holding his Imperial rifle, and he's looking at you, knowing that you're gonna fucking mess him up if he runs off. So he's just gonna guarded step back, and you just attacked him, so he's going to attack Geary because he sees that you're pissed off about this. Jeremy does a 19 to hit your EAC.
My EAC?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Take 5.
5.
5 stamina.
All right.
And then we move to Aurora.
Okay. So I'm watching this happening going, oh crap. All right.
Yeah, shit just went down. Like you guys had a plan, and now it's falling. It's falling. What do you do?
So, I'm gonna do 1, 3, 4.
And just so you know, these guys in red and green up there, you can see them. You do have line of sight. It spells or anything. It's a wrought iron fence, so you can see through it.
All right. I'm gonna move up to here. And because blue is acting hostile, I'm gonna shoot at blue.
Okay.
With my laser pistol.
Do it.
I got a 19.
And yeah, you hit. Pow pow, got him.
For 2.
2 points. Tracked. And then that's the end of the first round. So we move back to the top with Diar.
All right. Kelly has had to step out of the room for a minute, but Diar is going to move 5, 10, 20, 25 feet and swing with all her might at this guy's head with her, with her assault hammer.
Okay.
That is a 16 against KAC.
16 against KAC on a flat-footed guy, and she just crushes this dude.
6 points of damage.
Yeah, so he's smashed up against the fence right there, laying on the ground now.
Unconscious?
Unconscious.
All right.
Let's go ahead and give him a fancy-looking... shit, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. God damn it. Here. There you go. Give him an X. He's down. That will take us next to Geary.
All right. Geary is going to move and try to kind of jump over the wall. And
high,
see if he can.
Let me see how high this wall is.
That's fine.
It says it's a wrought iron fence.
Okay.
It doesn't specify how high it is.
I mean,
so I am going to roll 1d6, and it could be anywhere between 1 foot high. Let's call it 2 foot high to 6 foot high.
Does a 21 make it?
It's 4 foot high fence.
Yes. 21 make it over the fence?
You'll make it.
Or really, does 21 make it on top of the fence?
You can't stay on top of the fence, wrought iron. It's got like little spikies that come up.
But what about on this little spot?
Okay, I'll give you that. You can stand on that.
I am jumping up there.
Always got a plan, man. You got it.
Yeah. To try and draw off Red's aim a little bit.
Okay.
That is a 24 on the clever feint, so he is flat-footed against everybody.
Okay, how often can you clever feint?
As much as I want.
Nice. All right, so I'll make him flat-footed. On the red. All right. That's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fang, what are you doing?
So is this gate to where it can just be pushed open?
Yeah, you can just shove into it.
Okay. So Fang
it's kind of already open. These guys already ran through it.
Okay. Fang is going to run through the gate, like Flavor run through the gate, and make sure he steps all on this guy right here. But that will put me right here. And as I'm moving, I draw out my Dashko, and I am going to swing at Red.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking relentless.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
You
Sorry,
have one Dashko. You show it to him. He thinks it's nice.
16 to hit.
Flat-footed KAC.
Yep, it hits him.
Yes.
And that is for 5.
Okay. I am going to have to throw harder enemies at you.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, dude. All right, and he's flat-footed, and that takes us over to his turn. All right, so these guys, are attacking in turn. So red, man, he's just like.
Oh, and I don't know if you know this, but flat-footed also means they can't take AOs.
Well, they're all carrying ranged weapons anyways. It's relevant. Unless he were to drop his gun and try to stab you, but I mean that'd be a shitty move. His gun.
Well, they also can't take reactions, so he couldn't drop his gun, and yeah.
Okay, well he's not going to do that. He's going to be like, "What the fuck?" And he steps back over and shoots you again. It's 10.
That's 10. A miss. That's a miss.
Flies wildly past you, and then Green, seeing as you just ran up on him like that, is going to jump back. He's going to move back over here. And he's got a line of sight on Geary, who's standing above all of these grave headstones here. He doesn't have one on you, Casey, because you're kind of hidden behind this grave here.
Okay.
But Geary's standing above all the graves, so he's got a line of sight on you from here.
Let's go.
You want to draw some fire? Here it is. That is a 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's 5.
All right, I'm into my hit points.
Boom! Smack. All right. That's a good hit. Green. Blue is no longer with us. Aurora?
There it is.
All right. Because this fence is short, can I shoot over the fence at blue?
Blue's dead.
Or not blue, I'm sorry, green.
Green is behind a grave. You can shoot through the fence. It is a wrought iron fence, but he is behind a grave, so he will have cover if you want to shoot at him. And in your position, if you were to shoot at red, likely you would be soft cover because he's kind of behind Casey. Let me see if I can line of sight on that one.
Yeah, he's
pretty low.
Your line of sight, like to hit him, I'm going to say you're going to have to go through Casey because you see the line I'm drawing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's also catching that corner down there, too.
It's catching that corner, so you'd have to lean over, which would make it more like this, and you're Casey's square. What's the plan?
I think the plan is Moida.
All right, I'm going to just run in and stand next to Casey. And I'll shoot it red.
Fair. Do it.
I'm going to miss horribly.
It's a miss. It's a horrible miss.
Even flat-footed? Isn't he still flat-footed?
I'm here to help you.
That's right. He's still flat-footed.
It's still flat-footed with a -2. It's still miss.
Okay.
Wait, this is energy? Yeah, it's still miss. No, I'm sorry. It's a hit.
Yeah, EA.
Oh, is it?
-2.
-2. That's what Adam got you. Yeah, with a -2, that. No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't hit. Okay. It's barely a miss. So that puts us back to the top of the round. Diara.
All right. So 3 rounds. Diara is now fully attuned.
Does she fully attune on the 3rd round, or it takes 3 full rounds?
I think it takes 3 full rounds.
Because we're only just starting round 3.
Because this is the top of the 3rd.
Yeah. This would be her 3rd move. So does that mean at the end of her turn right now she was attuned?
Maybe. We'll say that for now. I know we did it the other way last time.
Okay.
But we'll say that for now.
I'm relying on your expertise. I don't know how these characters work.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to run to this guy out here.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, yeah, she's going to come to this guy out here and take her swing right as she reaches her full attunement so she can do her thing on her next round. So I'm sorry. This time is as she's swinging, she's running in mid swing. She doesn't take a swing with her hammer. She swings with the sharp side of her wrench.
I'm confused. Did she have her hammer out last time?
She has a weapon in both hands. That is a 19 against KAC.
That's a hit.
All right, 4 points of damage.
Okay. All right. That was Green. She ran up and smacked the crap out of him. Is she coming back, man?
Do what?
Is she coming back or what?
Kelly? Yeah. I mean, she's in there with Hallie
She's just
now.
kicking some butt.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's tearing it up while she's not here. Geary's turn.
Oh shit.
Green just took it, just plinked you from across the map over there.
Did that topple him off the fence?
No, doesn't.
Okay.
Does Red look okay? Like, does he look like he's in a tough spot?
Red is, he looks moderately okay. Like they both look about the same.
All right. Well, Geary is going to fire twice. He's going to use both weapons in his hands.
Okay.
So he's going to laser azimuth pistol and semi-auto tactical.
Okay, that's -4 to both of those rolls.
I'm sorry, bottle cap. So no, it's but that's a 6 and a 19 against energy.
The 19 will hit
The 19 hits for 4 damage.
on Red.
Yes.
So yeah,
He's flat-footed still. But
Yeah,
well,
you
actually,
got
he's
him.
not flat-footed anymore. It's the end of my turn.
yeah, you got him. Still valid. You're good. Fang.
Red is Red still up?
Yep, Red's still up.
Fang is going to take a step forward right here, and he is going to swing at Red.
Okay. Come on, fail.
That is an 18 for 10 points of damage.
You absolutely crush him. How do you describe your kill, as Jeremy was saying?
So as he stepped up, Fang was holding the Dashko. I see it as a scythe, and he swings upwards and just cleaves in from like the lower hip, going straight through at an angle.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
then
he
he
did not
looks.
enjoy
Then Fang looks at Green and smiles.
All right, so Red is down. And as you're looking at Green and smiling, you see him raise his hand to his side of his helmet as if he were touching an earpiece. And he says, meh, 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 meh.
And as he says that, and I noticed this, right? So I kind of know what this would be.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you think it is? I'm curious.
I think he's calling for reinforcements.
Okay.
So I yell everybody to get ready for reinforcements. He's calling for more.
Okay. And then he 15. Let's see. He's going to run to here, and he's going to attempt to jump over this barricade here with what are we doing? Athletics. Athletics, right? Because we don't have acrobatics in this game. It's athletics. Or is it?
Yeah,
Or is that two different skills?
I think you need both.
Acrobatics is like the jumping, the running. I mean, the jumping and stuff like that. Where I think athletics is more of the physical skills.
But you do have both of those skills on your list, right?
You do, yes.
Okay. Then he's going to do acrobatics. He got a 20 on that. So he's going to springboard over this right here, and he bolts down the road like another 15 feet. So we just moved into an area where I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to do this. Hold on a second. Let me. Yeah.
So he moved across these diagonal squares.
Mm-hmm.
This would be 30 feet. Once he landed in this square, he would have moved 30 feet if he was moving across the diagonals.
Okay, we're going to call him landing right here. That's his turn.
Okay.
Well, no, he gets double move because all he did was run and jump the
But
wall.
he used part of that move as an acrobatic, so like that's a half movement speed.
Okay, fair. Land him right here. That's his double move. That's all he's doing. So he apparently made a phone call and then left this wall and he's running away.
Okay.
Aurora.
Shoot him. Do it. Kill him.
Sorry, that's not Geary. That's me.
I figured it was.
You'll have soft coverage with his fence if you stay right there.
You do. I'm gonna move to there.
Okay.
I can see him a bit easier, be a bit closer.
I'll give you that line of sight on that one.
And then I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. You gonna throw a bottle cap on this?
I don't need to. I got 20
Okay.
for 3
And
damage.
he seems to be okay. You get him. You plink him in the back. He's running away, and he shrugs it off. And he appears to still be wanting to run. It's like he jumped the fence and hit the ground, and then you shot him in the shoulder. Because all this happens at the same time. Good move. And then let's say it's K2's turn, but he's not here. So back to the top of Diara.
All right, Diara moves 25 feet. He gets to here. I need this. All right. And she is going to...
Supernova?
Yeah.
I knew it. Is it going to hit Aurora?
Shouldn't. If it does, I can still move another, Sorry, snap to center. No, 20 feet.
All right.
20 feet away. So, oh, no, that's Geary. Sorry, wrong guy. Takes me a second to get to this. Black hole, supernova. Boom, that is an AoE. So that is...
DC reflex save for half.
Reflex save for half for 7 points of damage.
DC roll his reflex and see what he's got here.
14.
He's got a 12.
All right, so he takes 7 points of fire damage, which
and he falls to the ground.
Fairly low. Nice.
Now all of them are unconscious, just under 0.
Nice. He's just unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, you said we killed Red.
Well, I say killed, but they're all technically just under 0. They're done fighting, so it's up to you now. You can kill them now.
Can we take their equipment?
Yeah. Do you want to kill them or just make them naked? What are you doing here?
I don't want to kill them.
Disarm.
I know my action says otherwise, but I'd rather disarm them. And they just got their ass kicked by a bunch of just normal people, so I'm pretty sure humiliation.
I imagine some of them are either bleeding out or burning to death, and Geary would say to make sure that at least one survives for questioning.
Question these guys. Awesome.
Do you have anything we can tie them to, tie them up with? Is there any vines or anything we can use?
We can throw a coat over them and carry them back to the junk shop.
Okay.
A big coat over this body, like we're carrying it between us. Nothing to see here. What's that?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I figure we actually probably do need to figure out something like a real idea here, or Devin's gonna hurt us.
I'm just looking something up. You guys get an idea what you're doing.
Okay. So all right. So we need to decide. Are any of them in need of medical attention to keep from dying?
I would say red and green, and blue's been down for a little bit, so
maybe he saved that.
Okay, so the one Casey killed, he absolutely ripped this dude almost in half. So probably not him.
Okay.
It would take some serious magical intervention because he's pretty hurt.
Okay.
The green guy took a shot in the arm and then a supernova, and blue has been down for a little while now because it took 4 rounds on top of that to kill the other 2. So he might have been bleeding out already. So green might be your best bet if you're trying to keep somebody alive.
Okay. So I say we disarm the 2 that are definitely going to die, take green back, and call it a day.
Yeah.
I can take 10 minutes to... Oh, nope, it has to be an ally. Never mind.
I can do... Where is it? I guess maybe it's physical science. No, medicine. Okay, no, I'm untrained in medicine. So if anybody's got medicine, we might be able to roll a high enough check to just stop his bleeding. If anybody's actually...
Yeah, I can probably do that. Nope, I'm going to do the same as you.
What kind of check do you need to stop his bleeding to stabilize him?
I don't know. I'd imagine it's probably a DC 15, but...
I don't know. I'll just say you guys collectively figure this out and stop bleeding out.
Okay.
It was a supernova that took him down, so he's probably just burned, if anything.
And we all know that burns are super easy and simple to handle.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you want to take them alive, you take them alive. Right?
You rinse them off, you dry them off, you cover it.
Rip off the burned skin slowly.
Yeah.
We're helping
you. Just put some mustard on it, all right? You got an unconscious
Again,
guy
you're
on the
not
ground.
running for mayor. They don't care about the pain you inflict.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, all right. So we're making sure that at least Green survives, and we are transporting him back to the junk shop. The other two, I imagine they die. We don't really try to save them as much as. So take their shit, stack them together, and put them in a shallow grave. Whichever one of these seems the freshest, dig it up and put them in it.
Okay, so you want to spend time out here digging up a hole and putting these guys in a grave?
No.
Nighttime, right? We attacked him in the evening, right?
Yeah, we did, but he called for. I'm assuming he called for backup.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's right.
So I say we just drag them behind a gravestone, hopefully, and they've probably been bullying people in the area, so somebody has to fight back at some point in time. So we just take our green and go.
Yeah. All right, sounds good to me.
So Fang lifts this dude up, throws him over his shoulder, and you guys are going to carry him back to Alberta's junk shop.
Yes, but we're going to cover him up with something. Do we have anything to cover him up with?
I don't know. One of your cloaks, I guess.
Cool. Okay.
You arrive back at Alberta's junk shop, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
There were some complications. We found someone to talk to.
And she's like, oh my god, you got one of these guys in here. She looks really nervous about this. Like, this wasn't like what she wanted you guys to do.
Look, I mean, is there any scan we can do of him to make sure he doesn't have any homing devices implanted?
So as Gary's talking,
Devin went, I didn't like that.
I went,
So Fang says, look, they were attacking people in the graveyard. They tried to attack us. We defended ourselves. This guy refused to die. So now we're going to question him and find out how we can free your friends. You just need a little bit of a time. And he pulls out his survival knife.
Are you threatening her?
No. I'm pulling it out to torture him.
Jesus Christ. You guys always resort to torture.
They do. I'm the one who can.
It's like the most chaotic. It's the most chaotic, evil thing you can do is torture a person, and you're like a Marine, and a low-level Marine at that. So,
yeah, I was gonna say Geary is definitely gonna be like.
It's not like physical torture. It's mental torture. Like, oh no, he's pulling out a knife. I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to stab him in his leg and then slice him open.
Okay, all right, it's fair. And what's his situation? Did you guys remove things? What's going on?
We disarmed him. We tied him up. Now that we're back here and we've got some kind of rope or cord or something we can use.
And is he still wearing his armor?
No,
he's in his heart boxers.
All right, Bretta's like, I can't believe y'all are doing this. And she's like, just take him in the back room. And there's a chunk down in the corner of the trailer down there where you can just kind of go into and deal with this if you want. Tie him to a chair. He's in his boxer shorts. And his head is hanging down because he's unconscious.
Let's wake him up, or at least wait. Give him time to wake up if we don't want to use our healing spells on him. I'm down to 4 hit points, so
I don't know how long it will take to wake up. Like how long would it take for somebody to come to?
Probably till the morning.
Okay.
It's usually 1 hour per hit point or something like that. So.
Well, he's tied up in that chair, and he was only down -1. So do you guys want to wait for him to wake up?
Yeah, because while he wakes up, we can take a 10-minute rest for those of us who needs it.
Okay.
Yeah, I say
and we can find out what we stole.
10-minute rest next to Geary with healing touch.
Nice. Nice. All right, so that brings me back up to full HP, and a 10-minute rest gets me full stamina. Nice. Thank you.
And then, can we know what we took, Devin, since we have a little downtime?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you. 3 ceremonial plate, 3 Imperial pacification rifles, 3 survival knives.
Okay, so same things as the other stuff.
Same thing the
Gotcha.
other one said, man.
We open up our door and just throw our collection in there.
Yep, collection is growing.
Geary will suggest, and I'm too inebriated to do the voice tonight, but Geary will suggest that we leave him locked in his cell for the night. We'd let him wake up on his own, maybe stick a small meal and some water in there, and just leave him for the night.
Okay.
Come to him in the morning after he's presumably woken up and had time to think, and then talk to him.
Is that what you do?
If that's what Gary wants to do.
I mean, if anybody thinks it's better to talk to him immediately, then that's fine too. I just think it might be good to let him stew and think about the situation that he's in.
No, I'm good with it, dude.
Right.
You're yeah.
I just want to make sure I understand his situation. He's loose in a locked room with food and water in there and naked.
Naked, I'd say his hands are tightly bound, but in front of him so that he can consume his food and water.
Fair. All right. I'm just checking. And you guys want to rest for the night then?
Yeah.
You're gonna call it for the evening here?
We'll call it for that evening, yes.
Okay, is Kelly back?
She's not. It might be a minute. Sometimes, when Hallie wakes up, it can take 30 minutes to an hour to get her back to sleep.
Okay. Well, you remember we talked about it. I said I wanted it to be Kelly. I'm going to have to make it Susan instead.
Well, I mean, I can play Kelly. If it doesn't matter. Yeah, it could be Susan.
I'm going to make it Susan.
I mean, as long as somebody's happy and playing games, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Okay, so you guys are going to rest?
Wait,
Am
why
I
am I
understanding this
playing
correctly? We'll get to it. You're all going to rest for the night. Is that the agreed upon thing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
But Bretta's like, look, I don't know what y'all are planning, but you need to get him out of here tomorrow. We can't be keeping him out here. If we were to get searched and they found him in here, that would be a death sentence to everyone in this building. And you may not be here at that time.
That is true. I cannot argue that you are not taking a larger risk here, but I think it is best to keep our enemy close to us and learn as much about him as possible. And make sure that we treat him with hospitality, because the best way to get through to an enemy is to make him a friend.
Since that's all I ask, because we didn't sign on to this be torturing people. And I see your big toothed friend over here, but licking his chops since you brought that guy in.
Yeah, have you ever heard of good cop, bad cop? Where
You talking to Fang?
What?
He's talking to Fang. You come back. Okay. She's like, whatever it is, he needs to be out of here tomorrow. I'm not going to ask any questions about what happens to him. Okay.
Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
I love it when she falls asleep.
Susan, you're off the hook.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I mean, I love you, Diara, and I'm so happy you're back.
I have no clue what's going on.
Tell her how much ass she kicked while she was gone.
You legitimately you owned that combat.
Okay, cool.
While you were gone.
MVP of the night on that one. Good job, Kelly. All right. So you're all going to bed. You go to the back corner of this place. You open up your little side room over there. You have to clear some junk out of the way. And, you set up your sleeping bags that Berta lets you borrow. And you go to sleep for the night. Right? We're all on the same page on this? Anybody want to do anything else prior to that?
Do we? I guess I'll roll a sense motive. Do we feel like anybody needs to stay awake for the night, or has Greta got that kind of covered?
Bretta's kind of got that covered. Yeah, it's. And you guys are in a secret room. If you were to close that door behind you, it's hidden. So.
Okay.
You can do that if you want to. It's fine. But
okay.
At some point in the night, Diara wakes up, and it's a bit dim. in the room, but she feels kind of like something kind of poking her in the back. Maybe she didn't clear all the junk out from under the sleeping bag very well.
Geary rolls over and says, "Sorry, sorry."
Gary's
Not that long.
Gary's talking in his sleep back there. Fang has got him like spooning him.
Stuff poking her in the back isn't necessarily unusual at nighttime.
But anyway, so something's poking her. It's not Geary, which is fine. But do you reach under there and under your sleeping bag, figure out what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll look first. Let's look first. I don't want to just like stick my hand in.
Okay, stick your hand in and die. Now you pull the sleeping bag back, and beneath it there's a small rectangular metal box.
Okay. I'll wake up everybody else and like, what? Does anyone know what this is? Are they trying to listen to us?
Do you all want to wake up and see what she's talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, I found some shit poking me in the back.
You find it literally impossible to wake Geary up.
Okay.
I'm up.
So now you have an audience, except for Geary, and you're holding this black box that you found lying underneath your sleeping bag. Yeah, let's let everybody roll a perception on this, except for Diara.
18.
20.
Roll a 1. Oh,
Look, that's because you're asleep. Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay, Bunny, Aurora, and Fang both look at this box, just kind of in her hand, and it just looks like junk. You don't think much of it. Like it's garbage. Maybe you roll back over, whatever. You're not interested. But
Not making sounds, is it?
it's not making sounds.
It's not like blinking or anything.
No, but it can be opened at the side. There's nothing notable about it. It's a small black metal box.
I open it.
You open it and pour out into your hand a deck of cards.
Oh, shit.
And when you turn it over in your hand, it looks like a standard deck of playing cards. You can shuffle it, but you feel compelled to shuffle it and draw one. Compelled, but not forced.
I'm going to shuffle it and draw one.
Would you put the cards away and sleep? We've got an important day tomorrow.
Fang is over there setting up a poker table.
So did you say you want to draw one?
Yeah, I'm going to draw one for sure.
Jeremy knows where this is going.
Fuck.
Is this the
I
deck
have-
of many things?
Here in my hand, right now, an actual deck of playing cards. And I have shuffled it thoroughly, and I'm going to draw one and tell you what it is. An ace of hearts. Right out of the gate, that's pretty impressive.
All right. So,
Okay.
What is
So
that?
you draw an ace of hearts, and nothing happens.
All right.
But as long as you're holding this deck in your hand, you feel compelled to continue to draw cards. You don't have to. There's nothing forcing you to. There's no will save against it. You're just in your mind like, I want to draw a card. But you're not forced to.
Draw one more card.
You draw the King of Clubs. Hold on 1 second. Okay. No, you don't notice anything happening. You just draw a King of Clubs.
All
Now
right.
here's the okay. Well, let me backtrack. So you draw the first card, nothing happens, and the card itself it dissipates. It becomes dust and just floats away. And then it happens again with the second card that you draw. I'm gonna have to write these down if you're gonna keep drawing cards.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna put away my box and like go back to sleep.
Okay. Well, let me write this down because it does matter what's happening right now. Jeremy knows
You
exactly
tell
what
us?
this is.
Noted.
You can tell them what this is.
I mean, it's definitely a deck of many things, but are you going to tell us what happened to Diara? Or, like, am I going to tell us? Or, like, is it a surprise?
You drew the card, and the card turned to dust. That's all you know right now.
Shit. Okay.
If those things that happened matter, you'll know. I'll tell you. I can tell you this. I'll tell you metagaming because Diara doesn't know this, but the first card you drew
Amazing.
has absolutely an amazing effect for you, and I really want it to happen.
I've got cats knocking things over upstairs. I have to run upstairs for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna...
And I have to mark that down so I don't forget it. But I really do hope it comes to fruition. Yes, it is a deck of many things.
Can I draw a deck? Damn it. I'm asleep.
That's up to Diara whether or not she wants to tell you what she found in the morning. When you all wake up and Abretta is standing there with freshly made eggs and bacon. The door slides open and she's like, I made y'all some eggs and bacon.
Fang snatches it and eats it as fast as possible.
I'll make some more.
As he's finishing the bacon and it's hanging out of his mouth. Thank you. I want it crispier.
So she goes back and she's slaving away in the kitchen there, making you guys some food. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with this?
I think we should, get a nice breakfast and talk about what we want to ask our prisoner, and go talk to him.
I'm back. What's happening? I just woke up.
Your breakfast was getting cold and I ate it.
While we're eating breakfast, I think we should decide exactly what we want to discuss with our prisoner. Geary personally, like as far as getting the guy to talk, Geary wants to take the angle of Madeline's Landing, and the Packed Worlds in general being a melting pot where all people can come together and and thrive, and how someone like him can be accepted and thrive and make a living for himself no matter what his past was, and we'll take care of you, we'll help you succeed in life, blah 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 blah. Maybe offering him a better life than what the Aslanti have will help him.
You guys here, you guys are sitting down for this breakfast here, I guess, trying to munch and eat. And from the back room where you left this guy, he begins screaming and slamming against the walls and screaming.
Maybe we should pipe in some weed smoke.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast shared language with this guy.
Okay. You have to cast it on him? What's the shared language say?
It's probably a touch spell.
It's a touch spell.
Yeah. So I have to go
Target
right up
distance
to the
shows
door
language.
and
a will save negates.
So yeah, if he doesn't want to speak with us, then I guess he can will save to not learn our language.
He doesn't. He's got a 16. And I believe that's going to beat the thing. 'Cause last time you said it was like a DC 12 or something like that for her.
Yeah, she's either got a DC 12 or DC 14 general check.
Yeah. So this guy's slamming it, and then you'd have to touch
Level
it.
1 is probably DC 14. Oh, let me check.
Do you want to open the door and attempt to touch this guy?
It's a DC 14.
Yeah.
I remember we were trying to figure this out last time, and you said it was 14, Jeremy.
Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, 14. All right. Level 1 spell would be 1 higher than a level 0 spell, so it might be a 15, but either way, a 16 will pass it.
His screaming and banging on the side of this container that he's in is very echoey. It's loud. Like, it's really loud.
So, I'm gonna run in, and can I
Calm him down or shut him up.
can I like grab him, like to keep him from banging around?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
You run
through.
in. You want to grab him?
Yep. What am I rolling?
It's a little CMB.
Okay, where is CMB?
Is it a CMB? Do you guys have CMB in this game?
I think you have to roll an attack. Like
roll an attack on him.
against their CMD.
Okay.
They don't even have a CMD listed on here, but let's see what you roll.
I roll a natural 1.
You run in there and try to grab him, and he slips by like a greasy butter guy and starts slamming himself against the wall as hard as he can.
Geary, will walk in, and has he eaten his breakfast? Has he touched like his food, drink, or anything?
There doesn't appear to be any food in there.
Oh, well, then Geary will come in and bring him a plate of breakfast and a nice glass of Acatonian milk.
Okay, let me roll his attack.
His bounded hands, unarmed attack, please, sir.
Yes, he's 5. He's got a 5. As you come into the room, and he's just flailing around randomly and almost knocks the food from your hand.
Was that a natural 5?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I just step out of the way and like lift the plate up a little bit.
You lift it up, and he's flailing around screaming.
Say stop. We have food for you, food. And I take one of my other hands and like get one of the pancakes and eat it. Food.
He's not having it. He's jumping around screaming. And then moments later, the door bursts open into the room here to Alberta's junk shop, and one of the other villagers I guess, I don't know, one of the other settlers here, someone you haven't seen before, bursts into the front door.
I rolled a 31 diplomacy or a 30 diplomacy on offering him food.
Okay.
Was there any effect?
A 30 diplomacy. This guy does not want to talk to you, dude. He stops trying to hit you with his body while he's running around the room.
Okay.
Like he's not forcing he thought about forcing his way past you, but he's not doing that now, and he's not going to try to slap the food out of your hand, but he is not your friend, and he's not interested in what you have to offer. And you guys didn't tie him down, so he's fucking losing his shit just running around this room. And the door bursts open, and a settler you guys don't know runs in there, and they're like, runs like right to Abretta. You have to come quick. It's Jellic.
Jellic.
It's who?
Jellic, the guy you first met in the woods. You saved him.
Oh,
it's Abretta's ex-husband. And she's like, what's going on? He's in the square. They're gonna kill him.
Geary looks up at Fang and he says, "Do you think you can knock this one out while we go handle this?" I'm hoping that Fang might be able to knock him unconscious for an hour or so.
Fang.
He disappeared, man. I think he fell asleep listening to his dementia stuff.
No, I had myself muted. Is there a penalty for unarmed, like for what is it called?
You should just have an unarmed strike as one of your attacks.
I do, but my unarmed strike is damaging, not unlethal. But there you go. It's a 15.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay,
and that's you hit him hard enough to at least knock him down, so like you can shut the door on him.
Cool.
Yeah, so this other person, the settler, is saying they got him, the Aslantea. I mean, they got Jellic. This idiot snuck out for some ill-advised sabotage, and a pair of those damn soldiers caught him. They're not going to imprison him. They're going to execute him any minute just to the southwest of here. I think they'll wait only long enough for a small crowd to gather, make a lesson out of it. We got to hurry.
So
That sounds like a good time to release those metal-y monkeys.
I was about to say, I think our only chance of saving Jellic is to release the whatevers and make a run on the thing now.
You want to?
Yep. So why don't we send
You want
a
to
few of
attempt
y'all
to?
to release the monkeys, and I'll make a distraction and shoot one of the guards.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
The execution, where you they said it's towards the southwest of town, so it's down in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The hog bars are up here. Just so you know where it's at on the map. It's up to you guys how you play that out.
Okay. So we have to pass the hog bars to get on to do it. Like.
Okay, can you show me one more time? I was on a different screen.
Down here?
Yeah.
Is where the execution is going to be taking place. So you guys are going to run straight south out of the junk shop. Over here is where you're going to find these hog bars.
So mostly.
Are they small enough that we can pick them up? Like hold them by the scruff so they can't hurt us?
This is a hog bar trap, and they're I don't know, they're not friendly. And they're 2 feet, about 2 feet in size.
Is it like what is it? Well, we haven't really seen it, have we? We haven't paid any attention to it.
To what?
To the hog bar trap. Like, is it a cage that has a lock that we can just?
You guys did pass around the area several times, and it is a cage. It is 30 feet up in the air on a post, and that's what attracts the hog bars. And last time you looked at it, there was probably about 20 of them in there.
So do we think they would help us in this situation?
I think they would create
run straight south and free Jellic.
Well, I think they would create a distraction, but also we need to run straight south to keep the guy from getting killed. Like if we're really trying to split the party, this might be a really good time to do it.
Yeah.
So what if this one actually kind of scares me. What if Geary runs down south and tries to stall the execution just with words, while you guys take your skills and go and free the hog bar, and then come down and join me?
Okay.
What do you think about that? Will I die?
Are you asking me?
I don't know.
I'm just going to toss this out there. What if you run down there and they only speak as Lanty, buddy?
Son of a bitch, that's right. They only speak as Lanty. Damn it.
Just in case you overlook the obvious.
I keep forgetting that the enemy only speaks as Lanty. Like, this is such a major issue. I'm gonna learn it on my next level. Shit.
You could just deal with the execution without dealing with the hog bars. Like,
yeah,
it's your call. If you guys want to split the party, I support you.
I don't know. I don't know how much the hog bar will help us in this situation. I don't know if metagame there will actually be a distraction and make them stop the execution.
I mean, if we don't stop the execution, we're going to lose trust of the town people anyway. I don't know if it makes it different if we have their trust or not. So why don't we just go to the execution, and then with the commotion, if we want to go ahead and do the hog bars, we can with the commotion that will be going on our way back maybe. But I say we get to the execution.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm okay. I can do that.
Okay, so you guys want to go down to the execution, follow the settler that ran it. Okay, so your boy was screaming, you knocked him out. The settler's like, we got to save Jelly. You guys are like, of course we do. And you guys are going to follow him down to where the execution is taking place. When you arrive, you see Jellic dangling from a lamppost. His hands are manacled. His body hangs so his feet nearly touch the ground. His nose is bleeding badly and fresh bruises are rising all over his face. There's 2 Aeon Guard cadets there. Tack lashes at the ready. Tack lashes are like whips with spikes all over them. And these guys look different than the ones you've been fighting. They seem a bit more serious, maybe higher rank.
Do we notice their hairline?
You notice their hairline. They both have widow's peaks. And just as you guys arrive, one of them slashes Jellic across the stomach with his knife, opening a bloody, but you can tell it's not immediately fatal wound. The other cracks his tacklash at the rest of the crowd, as if he were daring them to intervene.
As Fangs. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And that's it. We're going to pick up next week from there.
I aimed at whatever he's hanging from, whatever manacles or rope. Hopefully, maybe a 19 might be good enough as we come into range.
You shot at the rope with a 19, and that's where we're going to end it right there. That's it for the night.
Okay. Well, Fang's drawn his hunting rifle.
Okay. Shit. We're going to stop it right there because I'm going to have to do some thought on that. I'm glad you remembered the hairline.
Cool.
And all right.
Oh, so as Fang's drawing his hunting weapon, he just says no honor.
Yeah. And I'm very interested to see what Dayara is going to end up doing with the deck of many things that she now has in her possession.
So, are you? I mean, just metagame. So what's up? Do you have the deck of many things? I don't know. Archives of Nethys or
I'm not going to tell you where I got it from because I don't want you to go find it. But I do have. Okay, here's what I'll do.
But
I actually do have a deck of cards here I bought just for this occasion, and I will give you the effect of one of the cards you drew because it will come into play later. The other one I can't tell you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And I'll bring this back up later, but you drew an effect of the star of the closest solar system begins expanding into a red giant.
So the one that we're in.
The one that you're in.
That happens in minutes, right?
You know what? It's my game and it'll happen when I tell it to.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die.
Sorry, guys.
Dude, seriously, how long it would take for us to...
Oh my god!
When our sun goes red giant, how long it would take for us to die?
It says, Jeremy, it specifically says begins expanding. Just begins. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's just one of the effects that you drew.
No.
The other effect you drew is a massive boon for Kelly, and it may or may not come into play.
Okay.
But I will keep my deck of many things here. Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta go. Y'all having a fun night. I'm glad that the planet's fixing to explode thanks to a red star being sucked into a black hole. It was nice to meet you, Gary, and Dayara, and Bunny, and all of y'all great people. And to the people I killed, no hard feelings.
So the next team that takes on the curse of the Aeon Throne might not have to stop by the star system. There won't be one.
Okay, look, man, I'm not going to let the red giant destroy the whole game, okay? But maybe when you guys leave the planet, then everything will be wiped out by then. But that's not going to be a game breaker for you.
I feel like Princess Leia.
Yeah, my only hope. Watch your planet be destroyed. Hey, no, but for long-term metagaming, the people of Madeline's Landing aren't going to make it. I'm just going to let you know. You drew a card that's going to destroy the solar system.
Well, shit.
You don't know that
Just
yet.
like the last time you tried to stay up playing poker.
And that's the fun part of the deck of many things. You don't know that yet. And you also don't know that you did that when it happens. Could have been any reason that happened. But there are lots of really fun things in the deck, and I really hope you tell the rest of the party about it, and you guys have a good time with it.
Shit. I can't wait. I want to draw a card.
If you guys want to very quickly retcon, and maybe she mentioned it in the morning to pass that deck around, maybe we could play that real quick.
I'm just gonna wake everybody up and look.
Yeah.
What it does.
In the morning, I would like to draw a card.
Do you want to say that you showed the deck to Kiri in the morning, and maybe he was compelled to draw a card?
I was gonna show it to everybody and see if they see if they wanted to see the card vanish. Really.
I'll allow the retcon as long as it doesn't introduce something game breaking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then Gary will look at draw one card off the top of the deck and watch it crumble in his hands. Interesting.
Let me pull that right back up.
Guys, this is bad news.
I know, but I just can't resist. I've never gotten in the deck of many things.
Gary draws a card, and it is the 7 of clubs. Let's see what that's about.
Lose like 10,000 like that. What happens to me?
Your penis
the
shrunk
7
in size.
the 7 of clubs. You feel this is right before the settler ran in, so you're gonna have to deal with this. You have 1 hit point and 0 stamina points. So go ahead and set that, and we'll deal with that next game.
All right.
Does anybody else want to draw a card for the deck of many things?
No.
So, Gary draws it, and he's like, I don't feel so good, guys.
I don't feel so good. And the settler bursts in and says they're about to kill Jellic, and you're like, we got to do something about it. And you run down there and you take your shot on the rope. That was your day so far.
Jesus.
All right.
Sorry, man. This is how it goes when you play with the deck.
I did blow up the solar system with 2 cards.
I'm gonna go ahead and put these cards away now.
It was
Nobody else.
one of your cards.
I know it's just one. I only drew 2.
The other one is going to be something ridiculous. Like I looked up, deck of many things. And the first thing that it brought up on Archives of Nethys was Pathfinder First Edition. But where was it?
Don't try to find the deck, man. Come on.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Like it's not like this isn't the same deck.
I know.
So but it's just like an idea. So yeah, this is Pathfinder First Edition. And so the Ace of Hearts would be avoid any situation you choose once. It's fucking ridiculous.
Kelly, the first card you drew was the probably the best card. It's perfect.
And then there's the Joker, which is lose 10,000 experience points and you must draw again.
Okay, so I'm reading through some of these. There's nothing so massively detrimental that we can't work around it. And nothing that's going to rip your levels away from you. But I mean, you did destroy a galaxy, so that's kind of, or a solar system. So that's
shit. King of Clubs in this one is your body functions, but your soul is trapped elsewhere.
Nice.
You drew a King of Clubs, sweetheart.
Yeah, but that's not this one.
I imagine
I was
that's
looking at something else.
The universe destroying one. Ace of Hearts is probably the super best one.
Okay, so nobody go and try to find the deck of many things, and it doesn't matter if you do.
So the best case scenario was was the world ending.
No, there's a lot of really great cards in here.
Like what?
There's some that increase your wealth exponentially. There's some that make a nemesis an ally automatically. There's some really great cards in here. There's also some really bad cards in here. That's what the deck of many thing is so much fun, and that's why I wanted to put it in the game, Jeremy. That's why we were talking about it. I really wanted to play with one, and I don't think I'll ever get a chance otherwise. So I'm throwing it in this game.
No, that's fair. I've considered throwing it in Pathfinder, but it's like it's the bad things that can happen. Like where's one? Lose 1d4 plus 1 intelligence, and you may draw again. Yeah. So like you could just lose 5 intelligence, and it's like the idea of potentially just breaking someone's character.
Yeah.
Is a thing that kills it. Losing hit points that can be regained unless I
We'll protect you.
Unless I die. It just makes this one day harder.
This deck is interesting because it's divided by the number that you draw and then by the suit. And each of them is like a topic, and each one of those things applies to that topic. So it's built really well, and there's nothing that's so massively game breaking like you become a fucking moron. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really good deck. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to put in the game. I hope you guys draw more of them. You got a bad draw that time, but it happens. It happens.
Well, I mean, we got 2 pretty cool draws in a row, so
yeah.
I can only imagine
Kelly's 2 draws.
Ace of Hearts is probably the best card because it's usually the best card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great draw to begin with. So like, you don't know what happened with hers. She pulled 2 cards and they disappeared. You pulled the card and you immediately felt ill and like, oh my god, I don't think I can move on from this. So what happens from there? You know what I mean? It's some kind of magic that you guys may not fully understand. None of you can identify it. So what do you do with this deck? You know, do you keep fucking with it? Maybe you mess with it at night. What are you guys gonna do? It's fun. Think about it. And I'm gonna end the recording right now. So everybody say goodbye to that.
Bye.
Bye.